Hey everyone, this is LJ Daily Housing Market Update. Today is January 9th, 2024, and let's talk about interest rates, a loan program, and what's on the market to help you understand your housing market. Okay, let's get started with our mortgage interest rates, and they were hovering around 6.80 for your 30-year fixed conventional loans. These rates that you see here, these are for your top tier scenario with great credit scores, great down payment, primary residence. So you can see that this is from your Mortgage News Daily. 6.80 is what we are seeing for your conventional. Compared to yesterday, they changed around 6 basis points. They were around 6.74. So they do change multiple times throughout the day. So you guys can keep an eye on it on mortgagenewsdaily.com. Next, we have your Freddie Mac. These are your weekly changes that you see here. They were hovering around 6.62 for your 30-year mortgages. Okay. Again, some people do want to go with lower interest rate and maybe they can afford to go with 15 years. You can still qualify for 30 years. And when you're making your payments, you can make extra payments and get your years down as well. So that's another way. So you're not obligated to make those large payments every month. You can go with 30 years and still pay off the balance quickly if you make extra payments. Okay. Next is your affordability. So we want to show you guys how much you would qualify for if you were to go ahead and
welcome to
make X amount of money. So we are going to show you that just now. Let me share that screen with you. Okay. So let's start off at only $50,000. Let's say you're making $50,000. You have $50,000 down payment. You have your monthly obligation around $250. Your property tax is $5,000, and we'll use today's average 6.80. So you're looking at around $216,000 property, and we know that it's really difficult to find a property in that price range. So now let's say you start making more money, and you go from $50,000 to $70,000. Now everything else stays the same. You qualify for $331,000. Now let's say you want to add your spouse or your family member as a co-signer, and they're bringing in $30,000 as well as their income. So you have $100,000 as your annual income. Now you guys can qualify for 503. Okay. Debt to income ratio that we're using is 45%. The lower, the better for you. Okay, the higher is more riskier for you. FHA loans does allow up to 54%, but we never recommend that unless you really have to go that route. Now, let's say this person makes $100,000, have more down payment of $80,000, and their credit card debts, right? This is their minimum payments. Instead of $250, let's double that. You go from $533. If you were to double it, you go to $495. So know that every time you have your open credit cards and you're making minimum payments, they do matter a lot. Okay. So you want to take a look at that. Otherwise, let's say you reduce that to $100. Now you can qualify up to $556. So this is a mortgage calculator that helps you understand how much money you can afford and what is your monthly payment will look like. Okay. And this is a scenario from one of our clients that was asking earlier. $120,000. They have about $75,000. Their credit card debt was around $325, and they want to purchase a house with a property taxes were around $7,000. So this person should purchase around or can purchase around 606, but if they want to go up to 54%, they can go up to 744. Again, lower the DTI, better for you, right? All right, guys. So this is your affordability. And now let's talk about our loan programs. So let's talk about FHA. For FHA, is you need credit scores of 580 minimum. If you have more than that, that's great. But now let's say you have 800 credit scores. You have great credit scores and you feel like I'm going with the conventional. But if someone as a co-signer that comes in help you out, that person better have good credit scores too. So whoever has the worst one, that's what the lenders will use. So we need 580 credit scores. For FHA, you can put down as low as 3.5%. Your DTI, we said we can go up to 54%. We don't recommend it. Stay as low as possible. Your closing cost is going to be between 4 and 6% for your FHA. Some key points for FHA is that your mortgage insurance never goes away if you put down less than 10% as your down payment. If you put down less than 10%, your mortgage insurance never goes away. The government is giving you a helping hand. You want to go ahead and refinance that down the line. Otherwise, your mortgage insurance will never go away. On the other hand, if you do put down 10% or more, insurance does go away, but after 11 years. And that's a very long time. Okay? So you want to choose wisely between conventional and FHA, and you can compare both of them. Also, for FHA, you have to pay 1.725% upfront cost, which does not come with conventional. FHA does require that you pay this upfront. If you don't have this funds, it can be financed. Okay? If it's going to be a FHA, you must live there for at least 1 year. And you can use this for 1 to 4 units. So how are you going to live in 4 units? You're not supposed to live in 4 units. You live in 1 unit, you can rent out the other 3 units. That is legal, that is possible. Next is that you need 2 years of tax returns. You want to give that to your loan officer and they can tell you how much you qualify for, okay? Gifts are allowed. So gift funds for your down payments, they are allowed. They are allowed for FHA, okay? Just make sure when you want to purchase a house, you want to prepare yourself. You want to build your credit to the highest possibility. You want to make sure that you have 3 open trade lines. That means you have 3 open accounts. It could be American Express, Discover, any credit cards that you like. Just make sure that you have 3 open accounts. Some people say, hey, I want to save and I don't want to spend any money on my credit card, so I don't have any credit cards. Well, the bank wants you to see some history, some credit history that you've been using your credit and you are able to manage this big mortgage that you're going to get. So you need to make sure that you have 3 open trade lines. Okay, guys? All right, guys. So that is your FHA loan. And now let's look at what's new in the market here. There's some new property that's coming on the market. There's one in Elmont that's coming in at 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's asking for $639. Again, when you see the listing price, it's not the final price. Sometimes you will see some listing agents will put it on the lower end, so there's more eyeballs. More people are asking, coming into the open houses, more offers. Ultimately, it's going to be a bidding war, and the prices will be higher. On the other hand, some people will put it in the highest end and have some negotiation room. Okay. Another property is coming on the market here. You guys can see another one in Elmont for 3 bedrooms, 1.5 for $599. Franklin Square has this coming in 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, huge lot size as well for $575. Okay. Westbury, this is a nice property in Westbury coming for $735, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. Okay, I'm doing all this searching on ljrealtyteam.net. You guys can do the same there. Okay, there's one coming in Lynbrook. This looks like a co-op, 1 bedrooms, 1 bath. Okay, West Hempstead. This is a good one with 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, listed for $759. Or $759, yes. Okay. So there's plenty of new properties coming on the market. Keep an eye on it. We will keep showing you guys what's available here. There's even rentals you guys can see on this. This is a really beautiful property in Westbury, listed for about $1 million, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. So, we have 70 agents here at LJ Realty Team that can help you show these properties at any time. Just give us a shout and we can help you out on that note. Okay? There's plenty of new properties coming in the market. All right, guys. Next is that government should do 3 cuts, right? Interest rate cuts, hopefully this year. When they do that, the interest rate should come down. But should you wait until there's more buyers that's going to be qualifying for the same property, even though you qualified today? I would say if you can find a property, make that move. So this way you don't have to go through the bidding war. So you don't have to go through, paying the higher prices later on, right? The prices will increase as soon as the interest rates drop even further down. Okay. The inflation itself, it's at 3.14. The next reading will be released on January 11th. So keep your eye on that, guys. You guys can see the home prices have been increasing dramatically in Nassau here compared to from 2022 till today, till 2024. The prices already gone really high. So some people, when we talk to other realtors, even within our office, we say, hey, when we have more sellers, more inventory out there, will the prices drop? Even if the prices don't drop, if they just stay at the same level, they still seem little high, right? So if they're coming down a bit, it should be perfectly fine. But it's all supply and demand. How could the prices come down when there's more buyers for the same property? Okay, unless there's too much inventory comes on the market, we will see about that. But until then, make your move wisely, guys. Okay. All right, guys. When you look at auctions, this could be auction.com or any other auctions that you guys go to. Just make sure that you guys are aware that these properties in most cases are not vacant. The meaning that there's someone living there. So you coming in as a new owner, don't expect to have the keys and you want to go inside the house right away. It's not going to be possible. So you need to go through the eviction process. You have to get them out. So it is a longer process. It's great for investors. It is not great for first-time home buyers. Okay. So let's see who's involved in a real estate transaction. Every single day in these videos, we pick out 1 or 2 different important people that's going to help you close this deal faster. So today, let's talk about your home inspector. Home inspectors are great to, help you out understand what is your property's condition and how safe it is, right? Or if it's not safe at all. They check the roof, they check the electric, the plumbing, they check the whole 9 yards for the property. It's like going to the doctor and doing all your x-rays and everything like that, finding out what's really going on inside your body. So as a home inspector, that person does very similar things and make sure that the structure is good, there's no structural damage, the plumbing, the heating, the cooling, everything else is in working order and it's for your safety. So even some people say, hey, I just want to waive the home inspection so this way, I can get the deal done. We don't recommend it. You should know, what is wrong about that property before you enter it. Even if there's no negotiation room, you still want to find out if the property is actually good or not, right? So just make sure that you do a home inspection before you go under contract, okay? Another one is going to be your surveyor. This is the person who usually comes towards end of the transaction. This person is going to come in and check your boundaries and your dimensions for the lot. So if you're buying a lot size 60 by 100, they want to make sure it is 60 by 100. So everything that you own as a land, you should have a survey for that. Okay. So every day we pick a couple of these guys and point out, just make sure that any referrals that you get it on your own or through your realtor and not the listing side or not the listing agent or the seller or any of that. Even if they have their survey, great, that's good for them. You should do your own survey and have a copy of that as well, okay? All right, guys. Next is if you're a first-time home buyer, if you're thinking about buying in 2024, number one concern that I have as a loan officer is for you to worry about your budget. So it doesn't matter what kind of money you're making, your income, you got to control your debt, right? Your expenses, and make sure you have enough savings for your down payment and your closing cost. So you better have around 3 to 5% for your down payment, and another 3 to 5% for your closing cost, right? There might be other scenarios where you need more, but in majority of the cases, first time home buyer, worry about your down payment and your closing cost. Okay. So if you're a real estate agent watching this, guys, you want to check out LJ Realty team. We provide, free tools, no office or desk fees. We give you 4 levels to go up to 100% commission. I'm the broker here. I'm always here to support you guys. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Okay. For our LJ Mortgage team, we have 16 loan officers, and we have all the loan programs that you can think of. Your FHA, your conventional, QM, non-QM, everything that you can think of, we should be able to do for you guys and help you out. For your credit scores, right? You need to set your limits. Like, hey, if my credit scores is just starting out, it's at 500, 520. You want to try to improve it much as possible to 580. Your first goal should be, let me go up to 580. Once you reach that, your next goal should be 620. And after that, it should be 690. So this way you go to any loan officer in your area, that person should be able to give you all the options, and then you choose which one you want to go with. Okay. And when this is a lot too, when someone tells you, hey, you want to do a buy down or not, you should really think about it. Hey, is it buy down worth it or not? If it's going to cost you X amount of money, like this example, $4,000, but it's going to give you savings of $82, it's going to take you 4 years to get this money back. So think about anytime a loan officer tells you, hey, I can give you 6.5, 6.3, 6.2, lower than what the market value is, they're most likely asking you to buy down the interest rate. Just ask them, how much is it costing me and how long will it take to get that money back, right? Simply put, if it makes sense, go for it. If it doesn't make sense, don't go for it, okay? That will do it, guys. We want to keep it short, within 15 minutes. This is LJ. We will be providing these daily updates for you every single day. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining. You guys take care.